Hey, what you doing there? Hi guys, this is Ujjwal from Xenotech. A very hearty namaste to all of you, and let's get started.
One touch from you, and I was hooked. And like an addict, I can't get enough.
It's very much the nature of technology to evolve and render older tech obsolete. For instance, Walkmans were replaced by iPods, which in turn were replaced by smartphones. Even audio CDs have gone the way of the dodo. However, there is one thing that just isn't ready to die yet, and that is headphones.
Gotta get a handle on it.
Headphones are an integral part of anyone's music listening experience. Good ones can make you feel like you're sitting right in front of your favorite artists and listening to those beautiful tunes, while bad ones can make your ears hurt worse than Mr. Trump's voice.
Believe me. Believe me.
So headphones are divided into two categories based on their target demographic. That would be consumer grade headphones and studio monitors. Consumer grade headphones are designed keeping in mind the listening needs of the average consumer. So they usually have boosted bass and vocals, as that is the kind of listening experience that an average consumer would want. On the other hand, there are the studio monitors, which try to replicate as accurately as possible the actual original sound recording. What this means is that studio monitors try to deliver the audio the way the artist had intended. So let's find out whether or not these are worth your time and money.
I'm a prisoner. I won't break free. Gotta get
In my opinion, there are basically 5 aspects that a headphones must cover in order to be a worthwhile consideration. First of all, there would be the design, the build quality, comfort, obviously the sound, and then the value for money. Looks and design are probably one of the most subjective aspects of any consumer electronic gadget. Some people like over the top crazy designs, and others would prefer a more subtle, simple kind of a look. I would fall into the latter category, and that is what Audio Technica has gone with here. With its silver accents on a majorly black body, the M40X looks supremely unassuming and can easily help you blend in with the crowd, provided you're willing to wear such huge headphones in a crowd to begin with. More on that in a minute. The M40Xs are good looking in a subtle, simple kind of a way. There are Audio Technica logos on the side of the ear cups, and the top of the headband also features some Audio Technica writing as well. The name of the headphones appears only on the outside of the headband, right above the ear cups. The left ear cup also features the removable cord. Also, here I would like to mention that the M40X packaging consists of 2 cords. One is a coiled 1.5 meter long, and the other one is a longer 6 meter long version. All in all, the M40X headphones feature some of the most understated design elements that I've ever seen on a pair of headphones. They are unapologetically big and bulky, and add at least 1.5 times to the width of your face when you're wearing them. The M40X are primarily made up of plastic, which although results in a lightweight construction, but does not lend an expensive feel to the headphones as metal might have done. The ear cups feature soft pea leather memory foam. The headband also features some of that foam on the inside and curiously on the outside as well. Although made up of mostly plastic, the M40X do not feel cheap or premium for that matter, but are solid and can definitely take a few knocks. The removable cord, in my opinion, is a brilliant move, as the cord is probably the first thing that breaks in a pair of headphones, and by making that removable, you do not have to replace the whole set. A lot of reviewers and websites have praised these and their bigger brothers, the M50Xs, for their comfort, with their sore point usually being limited to the hot ear syndrome after use over long periods due to the pea leather ear cups. However, I disagree a bit. Yes, these are lightweight and don't feel as heavy as they look, but they wrap on the side of your head quite tightly, enough to be a wee bit painful. Also, forget about wearing specs with these, as the tightness of the ear cups makes your glasses dig quite a bit into your skull. And then there is that hot ear syndrome problem, which I have frankly never experienced with these, simply because the headphones became painful for my little head much earlier before my ears could ever get warm enough. A lot of users of the M40X have had problems similar to mine, so they switched to the velour ear pads, which seem to help a bit. So I did the same and bought some velour memory foam ear pads from Brainwaves, which made the tightness of the ear cups just a bit bearable but caused a few other problems. Velour is a velvet-like material and attracts a lot of dust and general debris and becomes visually and functionally disgusting to put near your ears. And with the current levels of pollution and dust all around our cities, this makes them almost unusable. It makes the skin around your ears itch unbearably and is a pain to keep clean. All in all, at least for me, these aren't at all comfortable, as I simply can't use them over longer listening sessions. My suggestion, try them out personally before you buy them. Wow, that rhymed. If you are a professional whose work involves producing and mixing sounds for a living, and it demands that your ears hear the most unadulterated sound and the most flat frequencies, and you're not willing to spend 10,000 rupees or more on a more expensive pair of headphones, these make for a good but not great buy. More on that later. These feature some of the most flat sounding drivers I have ever heard on a pair of headphones. The highs are bright, sometimes a bit too much at that. The mids are clear and sound almost too perfect, and the lows are tight and well low. The soundstage on the M40Xs is a bit narrow. There isn't a feeling of openness that you might expect from such a big pair of headphones. Then again, if you want a wide open soundstage, you should go in for an open back pair of headphones. I'll explain the difference between open and closed back headphones in a future video. Stay tuned for that. All this being said, I would like to emphasize that even though the soundstage seems a bit narrow, the instrument separation is pretty darn good. You'll easily be able to identify all of the elements being used in any particular recording, even if they do overlap a bit. The velour ear pads do help out a bit in widening the soundstage, as they are porous and let the sound pass in and out of them. This, however, also means that if your volume is too loud, the sound will get out and those around you will be able to listen to whatever you're listening to. If you don't like too much bass in your music and want it to sound a bit bright and crisp, then these headphones make sense. However, other than that, I wouldn't recommend these for a normal consumer. To anyone who isn't a part of the aforementioned demographic, these are going to sound very flat and unexciting. All of us want our music to sound lively and should make us want to get up and move, and these simply won't do that. At least not out of the box. You would need to have the dedication to seriously tweak your EQs to get these to make you wanna dance. That is not to diss on the headphones, as the 40mm big drivers in these do have the capability to drive your favorite tracks to oblivion and back. But that is not what they are supposed to do. And what I think is no one would want to put the time and effort to tweak their EQ settings to make these listenable, so to speak. With all these drawbacks, these simply don't make sense for someone who just wants a kick-ass listening experience from their expensive set of cans without any fuss. These cost me somewhere around 6,000 INR when I purchased them in February of 2016, and since then they have actually shot up in value and currently retail for around 7,000 rupees with most online retailers. If it was February of 2016, then I might have had suggested buying these, but 2 years later there are simply much better options available and for cheaper no less. The AKG K92 are a pair of closed back headphones that retail for around 5,500 rupees at headphonezone.in and look like a much better deal for professionals and consumers alike. Alternatively, if you would like to try an open back pair of headphones, you might want to look into the Beyerdynamic DTX 910 costing around 4,600 rupees, which are a beautiful pair of cans from a legendary audio equipment maker. And the velour used on the earpads of Beyerdynamic are of the highest quality and feel like little pillows on your ears. These simply aren't an intelligent buy either for audio professionals or consumers at this point of time. Audio Technica is asking for too much with these and providing too little for me to be able to comfortably recommend these to anyone. I am personally quite happy with my set, but wouldn't recommend these to anyone who is in the market for a new pair of headphones, at least not until their price falls down by around 35 to 40%. So that's been it guys, I hope you liked this video, and if you did, go crazy and smash that like button like an angry Hulk. Share this video with your friends, family and strangers, and stay tuned for more content from me. Check out my other videos if you're feeling adventurous, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.